Hey, you guys. I thought we could sit down and have a chat today. And the thing that I wanted to chat with you guys about today was I'm not quite sure how I was planning on wording it, but something along the lines of putting in the work when doing spell work, or putting in the work when you're manifesting your intentions. I promise the title will come to me as I go, but I think you guys get the idea of what my theme is about. And I just want to go ahead and start like I normally do if I can find my lighter. And I'm going to light an incense, and it's simply a little mini sage incense. And I always do this if you're not familiar with my little channel here, but I do this to cleanse our space, to cleanse our area of any negativity that may be lingering. And I think this is very important in any type of spiritual work that you may be doing. It could be spell work, it could be meditation, it could simply be like we're doing now, sitting down to have a spiritual based conversation or chat. And I think it's very important to always cleanse your space. And I have made mention before, if you are working outdoors in the woods, in nature, just outside in general, I personally don't feel the need to cleanse that space because nature in itself is cleansing. But I often find myself, cleansing my space out of habit. And, you know, it's always a good idea to be safe than sorry. So, I'm not going to knock you if you do cleanse the outdoors, because I catch myself doing it very often. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about putting the work in when doing spell work, when manifesting your intentions. And the reason I decided to talk to you guys about this particular topic, and I'm going to put our incense, and I know this isn't very safe, but I'm going to be here watching it. But I've got this little jar that I recycled, and it has some herbs in it that I picked, some dandelions, and I'm just going to sit the little mini incense in there to catch the ashes. And like I said, I wouldn't dare do this if I wasn't going to be right here to attend to it, but I am. So, and I just thought the herbs that I picked are some that I gathered at the edge of my backyard. And I have this special tree out there, and it has symbolic meaning, but it also has a very, very deep spiritual meaning as well to me. And I simply call her the weeping willow tree. And for some reason, around that tree, I always have a good thick little patch of wild lavender and wild mint, and there's always dandelions. And so I gathered some of those, I dried them out, and I thought those would be perfect to include in our little discussion today. And of course, I brought a couple stones. I brought my numite because it's a very protective stone, and it's a very good stone to use when you are, delving deep. Like if you're trying to do shadow work, if you're trying to embark on a new beginning, if you're trying to open your third eye, if you're trying to do some major spiritual work, or you need some heavy duty protection, this is a really good stone. So I brought it along. In fact, it's one of my favorite stones. And I brought this little quartz point. I know you guys can't see it, but this particular quartz point has a water bubble trapped in it, and it's down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little air bubble, and then it has the little water bubble in it. But these particular types of quartz that have these water bubbles in them, they're very, very good for cleansing. But there is a catch. They're like paint stripper, they're going to take it all the way. Not only are they going to cleanse all the bad away, they're going to strip the good away. So if you want a clean slate to start doing your work with, if you want to just, clean it all away and start fresh, this is a good stone for that particular reason. It will simply just clear it all away. And I thought, with us talking about putting in the work, and I also wanted to touch on the new beginnings. And I know I speak on new beginnings all the time, and as you can tell, I usually talk about things that I resonate with in my personal life. And as you can guess, the new beginning, it fits into my life, and of course I'm going to touch on that. And I brought one other stone, which is actually a little mini wand, and it is my rose quartz wand, and it's another of my favorite. I say that about all of them, I know, but this is truly one of my favorites. I programmed this stone, and I feel like this stone would only be for me to work with. I've got a lot of energy that I've let connect with this wand over the short amount of time that I've had it, and I've done a lot of self-love work with it. I've done a lot of work of love and protection for a loved one as well, and I've just used it so many times, and I just feel really connected with it. And I just wanted to bring her out, and I just wanted to send you guys a little bit of love, because this particular wand, as small as it is packed with a powerful punch. Every time I work with this wand, after I finish up, whatever type of work or meditation that I was doing, and, I put my wand away, I still feel a warmth. It's just, it's a feeling between love and happiness, if that makes any sense to you guys. And I've got other crystals that I'm connected with as well. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue tied already. But this one right here, I'm really connected to this particular stone. And I suggest, when you get a new stone, you program it, and you do that to connect your energies with that particular crystal's energies. And in doing so, it's as if, you're getting to know that stone. That stone is getting to know you. And as silly as it may sound, it makes for much, much better spell work and meditation, and you'll have better results. And I just suggest that if you do get a new stone and you feel any type of connection with it, go ahead and immediately, you know, go ahead and, program that stone for you. But I mean, program all of your crystals, but if you have one that you just have that really strong pull to, you want to hold it and you can't stop looking at it, and you're just eager to work with it, and you just find yourself, playing with it, and, you just can't keep your hands off of it, and you think about what you can use this crystal for, and, you just are struck by this crystal's beauty. You have a connection to that stone, and I suggest you go ahead and program it, because like I said, it will make for, much, much better spell work and crystal healing. And that's just a little bit of advice from me to you guys. But I wanted to bring my rose quartz out because, like I said, it's a very special stone. And I feel like the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about for a few quick moments is a really important topic. And like I said, I tend to get sidetracked, and I tend to crisscross, my ideas and thoughts, and I apologize. But when that thought pops in my head, I really want to share it with you guys, because I don't want to forget, my thought, and I don't want to lose my focus at the same time. But when I do these videos, I just feel so much, coming up, and I feel like if I don't go ahead and speak on it, I may lose that thought. And I really, really use this channel to share with you guys, and in hopes that someone will resonate with me. And can you guys tell that we're in Mercury retrograde? I'm just tripping over my words and tongue tied. And I'm really excited because I have a lot going on in my life at the current moment, and I'm just like a kid at Christmas. I'm just really excited, and I'm gonna share this with you guys and give you an update when the time is right, but the time isn't quite right yet. But moving along, the process of spell work, the process of manifesting your intentions. I always quote these words that my grandmother always told me growing up, and they're these simple, simple little words. If you believe, you will receive. And they ring so, so very true. And when you have faith in something, if you are committed to something, you truly believe in your heart, that in itself, just your belief, your faith, your desire, your love, the want that you have, that in itself will manifest your intentions. And, we can speak it, we can think it, we can meditate on it, we can do spell work, we can take it to the goddess. There's so many ways you can go about manifesting your intentions. But that's the thing, you have to manifest them. You can't just sit down and say, I really want to go on a trip, and leave it at that and expect to go on a trip. You've got to be realistic about it. Magic isn't like it is on TV, and I can't stress that enough, because a lot of people that are just getting into the craft, and they expect like the snap of a finger for to receive results. And that is possible, because anything is possible, and our belief in something is enough to fuel those possibilities, to make those dreams come true. But like I said, in reality, that isn't always the case. We live in a practical world, and we're humans. We're not mythical creatures. We're not deities. We're not gods. We're not goddesses. We're human. And that's why we have to put the work in. For instance, if you go out there and you decide you want to plant a garden, you can't just go out there and, well, I guess you could just go out there and throw some seeds down, and they may take, root, and they may grow. But if you go out there and you clear the land, and you till the land, and you dig holes, and you put those seeds down, and you cover them, and you water them, and you make sure they get enough of sunlight, and they get enough of water, and you don't let them, sit out there in the sun and bake and swelter, or, sit out there in the cold, harsh winter and get frostbitten and just, die away. If you're going to plant them and you want them to flourish, you've got to put the work in. You've got to take care of them. You've got to, you've got to get out there and do the dirty part. And, with anything that we try to manifest, there's always the part where you're going to get your hands dirty. Symbolically speaking, you're going to get your hands dirty. If you want to go and take this trip, you've got to work. You've got to save money. And if you don't have a regular 9-to-5 job where you earn a paycheck, and you can, cut back on a few expenses and put a little money back, and, keep setting something aside to save up for this trip, you're going to have to get out there and you're going to have to get you a side gig. You're going to have to get out there and mow lawns or, babysit or go clean houses or whatever, skill that you have that you can use to earn money. You have to be realistic. You have to put that work in. You don't just set a goal and forget about it. Even though a lot of people say when you do spell work, you do this spell and that's it. And I'm not saying, someone is wrong in the way they're working their magic, because there's no right way or wrong way. But, I don't say sit and dwell and worry on things, because, that's just causing negativity to brew, and negativity is always going to tear down what you're trying to accomplish. And believe me, I know I'm the biggest hypocrite when I'm trying to give advice on, you know, not worrying and not stressing, because I am one of the biggest worry warts there is. And that's something that I admit to. And, I own that. I have to work on that. And currently, I am trying. Honestly, I could try a bit harder, but I think we could all work a little bit harder on some of everything that we do or do not do in our day-to-day life. But I'm just trying to put the point out there that when you truly want to manifest an intention, when you have a particular desire or need, or, something, a well wish for someone else, protection, or, abundance or prosperity, or whatever it is that you're in need of, or what you're trying to, accomplish, what you're trying to put out there in the universe to take root and grow. You know, of course, put your intention out there. There is a such thing as unintentional manifestation, and that's when we speak on things and we do things not thinking, but we put it into the universe, and for whatever reason at that moment, the universe just latches on and takes it and goes with it, and it manifests, and it could be a negative or it could be a positive, but it happens. So, be careful what you speak on, be careful what you do, who you do it around. But when you're trying to manifest a particular intention, and it's something from the heart, it's something that you really desire, that you really need, you've got to put the work in. And just like with me, the whole idea of this new beginning that I'm embarking on in my life, I've been planning to do this for quite some time, and I'm not going to say that I didn't want to do it or anything like that, because I knew, from the beginning that this is something I had to do. This was something I was going to do. And now that other things have happened in my life, I just feel that this is the time to do it. And if I want to get my happiness back and I want to be where it is I need to be in life, I've got to embark on this new beginning. But to get there, I've got to put some work in, because I tried it the other way. I spoke it, I said, I'm putting this out in the universe. I spoke to the goddess. I explained to her. I prayed to her. I gave her offerings. And yes, my intentions slowly started to manifest, but there was this moment when a light went on, and I realized, I'm getting what I want, but I could get it a lot quicker if I put the work in as well. The goddess loves us, and she wants to see us happy, and she's going to do whatever it is that is in our best interest, because in her eyes, we are her children. We are her brothers. We are her sisters. We are an extension of the goddess. And she's going to always look out for us. But just like children, can't just give them everything and expect them to make it work and to make it work in a positive way, because it just doesn't happen. And the same thing with us. You know, we can put that intention out there and it's going to manifest. But if we would just get up off of our butts and put the work in, it would manifest so much quicker and we would appreciate it so much more. And I hope you guys have a good day. I hope something I said resonated with someone out there. And as always, if you believe, you will receive. Bye, you guys.